Is it on live? Test, test.
Hello, hello.
I'm not sure whether we are even on live now.
No, not yet, not yet.
I didn't see any message. Anyone there?
Yeah, I saw.
Hi.
Hi, everyone.
If anyone is watching us now, it will be good if you can just leave us a comment. Just to let me know that you can hear me clearly. You can't see me clearly, it's fine. Because as you can see, I'm actually very nervous now. Okay. Alright, by the way, this is Hui Yi.
Hi, everyone.
Just so happened that later on at 9 o'clock, we still have work to do because we have a recording with Ice Kacang podcast up to 10. So that's why since she's here, it will be good that she's doing the live feed together with me.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll be helping you to ask Jessie what are the questions that you want to ask. Please post it now so we can read it one by one.
Yeah, but before we continue on, it will be good if you are watching this, at least let us know whether you can see us clearly and you can hear us clearly. I think the most important is to hear us clearly. I won't go into the detail yet, all right? Not until at least 5 minutes from now. At least all of you can get yourself ready and at least give us some response that you're watching me and can hear me, because it's my first time doing this. As you can see, I'm very nervous. Nice and clear, Fei Wong. Thank you so much, Fei. Thank you. I can see Stephanie is on, CK is on. All right, so in case if it's lagging or whatsoever, just let me know. All right, I won't share the detail until about 5 minutes later. Okay, so just make sure that everyone who is like watching will be able to listen instead of like repeating it all over again.
Yeah. So
Okay.
Jessie, what is the topic today?
The topic today is actually on salt water cure. Hi, David. At least he's not cycling.
Hi,
tonight.
David. Stephanie.
Yeah. Okay. Now, this session will be in English. I know I will be more comfortable if I can speak in Cantonese, but because we have actually planned tonight's session in English, so we will actually go through all the information in English. I mean, if Hui Yi okay ke, then we can actually set another day, then we can do it in a Cantonese version.
Yeah, please bear with my English, yeah. If
It's
you don't
okay.
understand, you can write
Yeah,
it.
okay, she can actually speak Cantonese, okay, and we can try to translate to English for you. Alright. Hi, Seymoy. I wonder where you are now.
Hi,
You're
Grace.
in Ipoh, in KL, or you're in UK. Hi, Grace, all the way from KK. Hi, Celine. Thank you for tuning in. Please do let me know whether you can hear us clearly. Are we loud enough or are we clear enough? Because it's like I really don't want you to get the information wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you do have any questions, okay, Seymour is in Ipoh. Okay. All right. Hi, Siu King. Sorry, I call you Siu King. Suana. All right. Hi, love you. Yay, English session. I don't understand Cantonese, Richard. Oh yeah, this session will be in English.
Hi, ma'am.
Mei Wu. Yeah. Okay. Now, first of all, because we are actually... Oh, you're from Sarawak. Hi, Richard. Thanks for tuning in. Right. First of all, I want to share with you... Hi, Suana. Yeah. First of all, I want to share with you, right, okay, what is salt water cure first, okay? And I'm very thankful that today how long is the duration for this session now? I mean, the most is probably we can do it for half an hour, probably slightly more, because as you can listen earlier, right, 9 o'clock we have a recording, with Ice Kacang, okay, Ice Kacang podcast, so we still have to work later on at 9, and it will be easier for us to actually answer all questions here, because now you know who you are. I receive WhatsApp messages, I receive Facebook personal messages, PM notes, and of course even on the newsfeed that I'm sharing.
Hey, my colleagues there. Hello, hello.
Hi, Ellen, is it?
Yeah.
Erica, wow, they are watching in a group.
Yeah, no, they are in the office right now.
Oh, okay. Wow, you guys work until very late, huh? Okay.
Oh, they are the Kiss Ass team.
Oh,
Yeah.
she said, not me. Okay, so it's like we still have another recording at 9 at Ice Kacang podcast studio. So we need to rush off latest, hopefully by 8:15, or else we'll be late for that particular session. So I'll just give a warm-up timing, okay, for all of you to at least get on Facebook Live with me now for about 5 minutes. And tonight's topic is all about saltwater cure. Now, hi Jennifer. Okay, yeah, I can see all of you. It's like, at first I feel a bit awkward, but at least I can see all your names here, which is good. Thanks, Hui Yi, okay,
Yeah.
for being with me tonight. And Hui Yi will help me to actually read out all your questions.
Yeah.
All right.
Do put your questions
Yeah.
there.
But before we start, can I just check with all of you, as in like, have
My boss is there too.
Oh, hi.
Jeans.
It's Jeans. Oh, hi. Hi, boss. Okay. All right. So it's like, before I start, can I just check, any of you here did the saltwater cure for 2017? Because last year, I did share the auspicious date.
Oh,
right?
Richard did.
Okay, you did saltwater cure, right? Okay, now I'm going to share with you first here. Now, what exactly is saltwater cure? Now, I know it's like suddenly when I share all these things, a lot of people. Hi, Mitra. Hello, thanks for joining us. Hi, Wai Soon. Hello, say hi to Bong. Okay.
Hi, Brian.
Hi, Brian. Brian helped us a lot, helped me a lot on going to live today, okay? So, and of course, before I go on, I just want to explain what saltwater cure is. I know once I write about it, I share about it, and of course, thankfully to some noble people, noblemen, even like the mainstream media, I won't name the name, but you will see it soon, just did an interview with me today, talking about saltwater cure. Now, of course, saltwater cure is one thing on Feng Shui. And then, of course, today what I'm sharing with you is not only the saltwater cure, but also the date that I've selected on a specific day, okay, that I've selected with the time and the specific hour itself to place it on a certain location, okay? Of course, the purpose of it is to mitigate, because yearly on Feng Shui perspective, we have negative energy. We have the 3 killings, we have the 5 yellow. You know, sometimes you have like, you know, the star 2, which is a sickness star as well. Hi Wai Lun, hi Cole. Okay, at least when I see familiar names, I feel more comfortable. Okay, as you can see, it's like,
nervous.
I'm very nervous here.
Yeah.
Okay,
So back to
hi
your
Mahani.
topic,
Yeah. Sorry, I have to continue on with my topic. I really want to greet all of you and say hi, but I need to get going. Okay. Now, first thing is saltwater cure. Now, I know when I share about this post, right, and of course, some even like thankfully the mainstream media is going to help me to share about it. A lot of people thought that, wow, what is it? And then is it like a must for me to do it? Does it mean that when I do it means my luck will be really, really good? And if I don't do it, does it mean that 2018 will be really, really bad for me? Now, there's no such thing. Okay, let's make it clear first. Now, why I use the saltwater cure is, okay, now, when I actually learn, okay, from like my Feng Shui Sifu in Hong Kong and in Taiwan, especially in Hong Kong, there are a lot of Feng Shui Sifu or master that actually uses the saltwater cure. Now, in Hong Kong itself or in China, they call it like on yan shui. Some call it on zeng shui. It's normally called on yan shui. It's called the saltwater cure. Now, why is it salt in the first place?
Why must be a salt, but
Yeah.
not like sugar or
Not
sand
sugar. Okay, now,
or
good.
water?
Okay, good. It's like now, Hui Yi, you have to like tap Jong because
Yeah.
once I talk, I continue like
Because
talking.
I'm paying for, so
Yeah.
I'm a very curious person.
Okay, it's like, because we use salt water, because if you do any research or if you Google about salt, okay, ever since about like at least 5,000 years ago and all this, right, even in like the Greek, okay, the Egyptians, right, the Romans, okay, Roman people, right, Chinese, now all of them actually use salt as a cleansing element. Okay, if you really see even up to now, healers will ask you to at least like, you know, take a stroll down the beach, okay, soak yourself into the
Sometimes
seawater.
when we have sore throat, we also have to drink the salt water
Yes,
as well, right?
exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, so you know, sometimes if you're having sore throat and all that, traditionally, you know, especially Chinese, I am not sure about other traditions, but for Chinese, ever since young, right, whenever we have sore throat, right,
The doctor will ask us to gargle with
to
the
gargle
salt.
with saline or even salt water, and at
Yeah.
home, right, even our parents, we just ask us to gargle with salt water. So salt itself, naturally, even since historical time, they have this history of a self-cleansing element. Now, if you see, even for us naturally as human, right, anything that helps us heal, okay, hi Ming Hong, okay, all right, anything that helps us heal is relating to SWOT. Let's say, for instance, anything to help us detox or heal or get rid of, how to say, toxic in our body. If you look at like our tears is actually salty.
Yes.
Yeah, if you look at our sweat, okay, even the sweat and all that is also like salty, all right, in nature. So salt is relating to a healing perspective. and also a cleansing perspective. And you can also see that people normally, if you have like some, some skin related issues or whatever.
Yeah, sometimes they will go to some of
yeah,
the
sea salt,
sea
you use
salt.
sea salt,
Yeah.
and all this mud to actually cover yourself in order for you to heal from it. All right, hygiene, ling lui. Okay, all right. It's the husband and wife is there.
Yeah.
Okay, hopefully they're having dinner together. All right, so salt naturally is something that is cleansing. So why is it like on Feng Shui perspective? I do ask people to. There's no harm doing it. I know a lot of maybe some practitioners they don't buy by this idea, but to me it's like
It's
is
just
first
a
thing.
free FOC.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's FOC because you have to
Just
buy
a
the
little
salt, but it's
investment,
only a little investment.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a natural cure because salt is a natural element, and those of you who've seen from my Facebook, right, it is actually like produced by the sun and the sea. It's natural. So when the salt is produced itself, right, by using these natural elements, and it's first of all, it's not expensive. Now, I do not encourage people to actually spend a bomb on Feng Shui cure. Because you don't have to. A lot of things itself, right? It is like, in Chinese we call it like, you're using natural things to mitigate natural things. Okay,
But what
everything
to
is
do
out
with
there.
Feng Shui? I mean, we must put a salt in a Feng Shui element.
Yes.
Yeah, but what was the story about the Feng Shui?
Okay, because you see, if you know that the salt has a natural cleansing energy, once the salt have a natural cleansing energy, right? If you put it in an area where supposedly the area has a lot of negative energy, you have a lot of sa-chi, right? In Feng Shui, people who follow Feng Shui, there are 3 killings every year. There are 5 yellow who will actually, fly to different location and different sector every year. So if you put a salt water cure there, the chances is it will help to neutralize, okay, the
It's just
sa-chi.
like an immune system.
Yes,
Like
it's
to
like
strengthen,
immune,
yeah.
to strengthen the area, at least to neutralize all the negative element. If you look at even healers nowadays, right? Normally, if the person is having like some they feel like energetically they're heavy, they feel that they might feel very heavy with negative energy in their body, they will just take like Epsom salt or any salt to actually do a scrub on the body. So this is natural thing to help us to neutralize the negative energy. And salt water is also very highly charged with what we call the negative ions.
Okay.
Chinese we call it. Okay. So it is very highly charged in negative ions. That's why you go to the beach, any moving water, right? Fast moving water. If you go to waterfalls, okay, waterfalls are like the natural highest, highest counts of negative ions. And from the scientific point of view, you can see once the negative ions, okay, it's in the air. Now, there's positive ions. Positive ions means something that has been charged with other energies. Okay, let's say if there's some negative energies, some sa-chi or whatever, it becomes positive. Let's say your aircon, your TV, and all these things, right? It will emit positive ions.
So this positive and negative, like sometimes, let's say you are in a very negative chi, so you feel more emotional. Sometimes it's not so healthy, like you get sick. Like if sometimes if you are in a positive, like we Chinese say that Wong Wei.
Yeah.
It's like
So
you can
if
get
you-
more well.
Yes, right?
Like,
That's why some people, whenever you are very down, right,
Yeah.
you will go to the waterfall, you go to the seaside, and then naturally you feel better. Now, why is it so? Because of the moving water. At the same time, it is very highly charged in what we call the negative ion. So salt water is also one thing that is like also highly charged in negative ion. That depending on the amount of salt water that you have at home. All right, and that's also another thing that I want to share about. All right, so hopefully you're having a dinner now, so bear with me. I'm a bit chunky on this. I cannot win that.
So, but Jessie, let's just say that every year also have a different chi, in a negative chi in the different sectors, right? So compared to the last year, those who did, I mean, what is the magical will come out like? I mean, the salt, would it change?
Now, normally, right, okay, the salt itself, because there are actually chemical reaction, right, with the air evaporations and all that, right? Sometimes, not all the time, sometimes you will see that there are salt crystals forming surrounding the glass, your glass jar and
I
all
saw
these
the
things.
one there.
Yeah, okay, I do have like saltwater cure in like my home, okay, and all that. So I will show it to you later on. But before that, right, okay, I want you to know what is it all about first. Why salt, okay? And then, and salt because of this healing energy. So we use it and place it at home. Now, from what I understand, right, okay, now a lot of websites, if you really Google about it, a lot of websites and a lot of people ask you to actually create this cure by using a jar or even a pint of like even that beer pint or whatever. It's about this big, okay? Now, I will say that, you see, this method itself, right, originated a lot from Hong Kong. Now, a lot of people from Hong Kong and all that, they use this saltwater cure, which is about this big in their house. But the thing is, you also need to understand, right? Okay, an average house in Hong Kong measures probably about like
size.
500, 600 square feet. If you have a 700 square feet, it's considered a huge place that you're staying in. Okay, all right. But if you compare to like we here living in Malaysia, all right, even in KL itself, like generally you have at least 1,000 square feet, 1,002 apartment. All right, if not, you have like 2,000 square feet landed properties or whatever, or 3,000 square feet. Now, this is not inclusive of those of you in East Malaysia. Okay, those of you from KK and Kuching, come on, tell me, it's like your house looks like a mansion.
More than 2,000
Yeah,
square
definitely
feet.
more. Some of
more
that
than
5,000. Okay, Grace, I know how big your house is. Okay, all right. So it's like, you know, if you're in East Malaysia, the houses are even bigger. So if you use and follow exactly what the honkies are doing, means if you use this size of a jar and put it in your home, most likely is it cannot even
like
neutralize your toilet
because
sheet.
it's too little.
Because it's too small.
But
yes.
meaning the size does matter.
Yes, the
it's
size,
according to
yes,
the different
size does matter. Okay, all right. Yes, the size does matter. Okay? You also have to know is like, you know, what's the amount, okay, of water equivalent to our house size. Now, for last year, I already say, if you are living in a landed property and all that, okay, it will be good at least if you can get like, you know, the vase, you know, the glass vase from IKEA. I know last year a lot of you actually went like last minute shopping at IKEA.
Yeah, I just Googled last weekend.
Okay.
It does have a 3 sizes, like small, medium, and the large one.
Yes, okay, so it will be good. Yeah, Grace. Okay, so for your house, Grace, please make sure you get those big vase, which is a transparent vase. That
Must be a transparent vase?
Yeah, transparent, because preferably you use glass, okay, material of glass, because you see, for the salt to actually have this reaction.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Anthony, wow, Jessie, you remember? Of course, I remember your house. Okay, all right. So let's say if you are actually like, you know,
it creates a different chemistry.
Yes, because you see, for salt itself, right, the reaction is better. Let's say if you're using metal, okay, the reaction will be better. But you see, metal is not very conducive, because with the salt, it will make all this metal like, you know, rusty and all that. So it will get really, really tedious and ugly and dirty. Trust me. Okay, so that's why we prefer to use glass. Now, glass is definitely much, much better compared to plastics. Because I know
just about
Alfie
to ask,
and Alvin, you saw, right? Okay.
No, because a lot of people, they would think that since it's just a curing, I mean, maybe I can go with just a plastic bottle, you know.
Now, plastic is actually not recommended. Okay.
Why is it so?
Because as I say, it's like the chemical reaction between, like, you know, like salt. Okay, let's say if it's a reaction between salt with metal, salt with glass, and also the salt with the plastic,
it's just like when we are wearing a silver or a gold, when we have some, you know, tears or whatever, it will create a different chemistry.
Yeah, it will actually, and it's like the how to say, the reaction of it, right? Okay, it will be different. If you use plastic containers itself, it is not as good comparatively if you are actually, refocus. I need to refocus out. Okay, all right. So it's like, let me try refocus. Okay, all right. So it's like, you know, if you're using glass itself, the reaction will be better. So get those big vases, all right? Unless you are staying in a studio apartment, which is about like 600 square feet, fine. You can use a small jar. But other than that, please use the IKEA one. Now, I can only name the IKEA one. You can definitely buy it outside, okay? Because they are not paying me any commission.
But Jessie,
okay?
I think that if those people who has a living hall, like a very big house, they can actually get a bigger one.
Yeah.
But what if for people, they want to put in a room itself, it can be small like this,
now,
right?
Good questions,
Yeah.
okay? Now, one thing is, please make sure of your bigger space first. The living hall is one thing that you have to put a cure first, okay? So Himalayan salt lamp. Okay, Richard, we'll hold on to that question and we'll come back so that
I will come back to you on
you'll come
that.
back to you on that, okay? So it's like, you know, when you are actually like, you know, want to put the salt crystal, the first thing is cater to your living room first. Okay, the living room is where the main chi will come in. Because if you are landed, right, the main chi will come in from your, like, no, your main sliding door or even your main door. The chi will come in first, it will go into your living room. So you first want to neutralize the chi at your living room first. Now, alternatively, if you have like a double-story house, the living room should be the big one. and this the first story on top and that, okay, you can put a smaller one because it could be a bedroom. All right, you can put a smaller one into the bedroom.
But
so
what
that
if
will be different.
a person who like have a mansion like Sarawak, they have 3 stories and then they have 3 living rooms?
You can put different stories, okay, like one on each particular floor.
Oh, okay.
All right, as long as that direction. But of course, the priority is always on the ground floor.
So what else they can put? I mean, besides the living room.
They can put, I mean, it can be in the kitchen. It really depends, okay? Really depends on like where is the specific location is. Now for this year itself, hi Mary, okay, for this year, hi Rebecca, again from KK, right? Now, this year itself, the 5 yellow and the 3 killings will be at the north direction. So I'm going to tell you, take note, right? Later on, when I ask you to put the saltwater cure, I want you to put it at the north direction, especially at north 1. Okay, those of you with Feng Shui, you will know where is north 1. Okay, so those of you, if you don't know Feng Shui, right? Wait, I just opened this up. Those of you who do not know Feng Shui, now, North 1 itself, okay, they have a specific degree to it. North 1 is from 338 degree up to 352 degree on your compass.
So those people who do not know what is North 1, you just open your compass and then just see where is the directions.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so you just stand at the center of your house, okay, at the center of your house, and you take out your compass or your iPhone or your Samsung phone or whatever. Just take out the compass and find where is 338 up to 352 within that range. Okay, that is where, hi Rebecca, that is where you're supposed to put your salt water cure at that specific location.
So Jessie, is it going to be stand in the middle of the house or in the middle of the living room?
No. You try to put it to the corner. I mean, to the side of the house. Means once you stand, when you stand at the middle of the house, you take the location and you see what direction it is going through. Put the saltwater cure to the extreme end of that particular direction. Okay.
So meaning, it does not mean that the north is going to be at the living hall.
No.
It can be anywhere of your house, right?
Yeah, because when you're standing at the middle, right, when you measure out the direction, it will opens up north 1 all the way to the boundary of your house, which is the walls lah, okay, the extreme wall. And this particular north direction can go through your kitchen, it can go through your backyard or your backyard. Now put it inside the house, not at the backyard nor in the porch, inside the house, okay?
As long as it's actually at the corner.
Yes, put it nearest possible to the wall, okay, at the north 1 direction. So that is the location for this year. And you know, this year itself, north itself, you have the 3 killings and also the 5 yellow. And this saltwater cure itself is supposed to help you mitigate or at least neutralize a bit of this energy. Okay,
so at least you can actually stay more safety at the house, so that you have some secure at the home.
But one thing, doesn't mean that you put the saltwater cure there, okay, at your north, and means that this year you can just bang the north and like and irritates the 5 yellow. Please don't do that. Okay. Sorry, I got distracted. Sorry, because here I have a few people helping me to go on Facebook Live. Yes. Okay. So it's like, I got distracted with so many questions and all that.
Back to the questions,
All right, so back to the questions. All right, remember now, firstly, okay, just remember, get the steps correct, okay? Get the vase. The vase needs to be big one. Okay, thank you, Stephanie. Thank you, Stephanie Lai. That's very, very nice of you. Please, get all the facts clearly, okay? So you must get this vase, preferably the IKEA big one for your house, okay? And then in this vase itself, right, okay, you put at least 75% of it filled up with salt. Now you can buy the coarse salt, like those from the Kedai Runchit, right? Okay, you buy. Now please, you don't have to use like Himalayan salt or Epsom salt
just
and all
back
these
to
things.
The question,
You don't have to use all this high-end expensive salt that will like this jar will cost you like 40, 50 bucks. Please don't use that. What I bought is just the coarse salt. That's like I think one big bag of, I have forgotten, about like 20 kilo or 40 kilo, less than 50 ringgit, probably for 40 ringgit or something like that. Okay, and thanks to my sister-in-law, she will help me do all this shopping every year. Okay, and I'll help her to do the Feng Shui cure. Okay, so it's like you just get this big bag, okay, which is like coarse salt that will cost you less than 50 ringgit for at least, don't know, about 20 or 40 kilo, okay, and that will be enough, more than enough for you to fill up a very, very big IKEA vase. Okay, in fact, you can fill up 2 vases at least. When you got this vase, fill it up at least 75%. At least 75% with salt.
But
now,
someone have asked that, what if they do not have a very big vase? Can they put
Buy
more
it.
than one?
No, okay.
2
Like
vases?
you don't want to have like so many, okay, small things at one corner, okay. I will advise you to at least put a big one or get a big one. But if you think that this is the first year you're doing it, and you think that, okay, let's try with a small one first. I don't want to go so much investment into this. Let's try with the small one first, by all means. Okay, really, this cure itself is something to just boost us better, boost our life better. Just makes the energy preferably clearer and more neutralized. Okay, doesn't mean that you put it means guarantee your life will be good for the year. That part you need strategy. You need what you need to focus
you need
on
to
for the
work out
year.
as well.
Okay,
Yeah.
and you need to know your goal and how to achieve your goal. But this at least will help you to neutralize the energy of your home so that you have a clearer mind. Because at home itself, when your energy is clear, your mentality also clearer. Okay, you can think better. When you can think better, you are less emotional. Subsequently, it leads you to make better actions. Okay, so that is why we put on the cure.
So Jessie, what if a person like a working adult, they may actually rent a house outside, they just have a small room. Can they just put in their room, or they actually have to
definitely.
seek permission from the...
No lah, I mean if it's in your room, then you can just put it in your room. Okay, let me finish first. Okay, the vase with 75% of salt. Now when you pour in this salt, remember, especially coarse salt, right? So you will have a lot of like space for it to go even like more how to say more padat. More padat, how to say? Anyone to translate for me? Where's my English teacher? More dense, okay? All right? So it's like, when you put coarse salt, right? Okay, to make it more dense, you need to actually probably shake it a bit so that it become more dense. If not, when you add water, right? From 75%, the salt will go down to maybe left only 50%. Okay? So you have to put up to 75% when it's really dense up. Okay? You need to use fresh salt later, CK, I'll come to you that, okay, on that. So when you put up this 75%, right, if you can try to shake it a bit or try to push your hand on it, compact, thank you, Semoy, okay, you make it more compact, more dense, all right, and once it is dense and compact, 75%, and then you can actually add your water. Now you add your water up to at least 90%, means you
almost full.
Yeah, almost full, you still leave, hi Maria, you still leave that, at least about like 10% of gap. Okay, you don't have to fill the water up to the rim. So before you do this, you have to, on that specific date and time, you have to actually put this vase on that north one location. Okay, now remember when you set your saltwater cure, you have to actually put something, a mat or something to actually mat up so that the salt water won't grow and fall onto your tile.
Because later
your flooring.
on, it may have a
Yes,
soft
because
crystal
of the
will be growing
reaction
up.
and all that, right? Padat is dense. Richard Murphy,
Hi Rachel.
Alright, so it's like when you put it up, so remember to at least put something onto your floor to protect it in case the salt will evaporate and the salt crystal will actually form. It won't actually affect your tiling or even your flooring. Because salt itself over a year, it will actually make like even your tiling and your wooden floor and all that, right? It will actually like tarnish it, okay? It will affect, okay, the color of your tiles.
Yeah.
So always remember, you have to put something underneath. And when you come to pick the vase, okay, the vase from IKEA one, now there are some square one, there are some maybe triangle, okay,
Yes.
and there are
Does
also
the
the
shape
round
matter
one.
as well?
Yes, choose the round one. Now the round
So that
one,
the chi will flow better.
not really, because the round one, you see, anything which is round, okay, out of the 5 elements is the element of metal. So we want to actually use round in symbolic of enhancing the metal element. Okay, all right, because metal, it is also a element that actually like mitigates or weakens the 5 yellow. 5 yellow is an earth element. So if you choose, okay, the round vase itself, it will definitely be better. Now, for first timer, Heng said, Wing Heng, okay, he said that must put on floor or table also can. Okay, now preferably you get the big one and put on the floor. If you can put on the floor, by all means put on the floor. It's the best choice. But if you can't, hi Rachel.
Hi.
Okay, but if you can't, okay, put on the table. All right,
But
it is
someone
also
just
fine.
asked that whether so happen the north sector is actually at the staircase. Can I put in at
Yeah,
the
you
staircase
can.
as well?
Okay, you can, because you can put on like maybe at the corner of the staircase or whatever. Because the north sector, it opens up. It might be the stairs or even side of the stairs. Okay, you can also put it there as long as it falls within that degree. All right. Remember, when you choose a vase, it needs to be round because it symbolizes metal element. We want the metal element to be stronger in order to mitigate or weaken the 5 yellow. Okay. Now for me at home here, I won't show you because it's quite. Hi, Serene. Okay. Right, I wonder where she's watching from. I think she's
Singapore.
in Beijing. No, she's in
Beijing. Oh
Beijing.
my
Okay, all right. So it's like for my house itself, right? Now, if you can see here, I'm not going to show you because it has like really grown and it's really huge. Okay, I'm a bit kiasu. So if you can see that my saltwater cure here, I put right on top of a safe. You know, the safe that is made of metal. Altogether, I have how many safe there? 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 safe. Okay, I'll put on the ground and then I'll put my salt water on top. Now the safe, and some of you can put your, you know, your dumbbell. You know that gym bar that is like really metal heavy one. Normally you put at the 5 yellow to mitigate the energy of the 5 yellow. You can do that, and you can put the salt water at that corner. All right. So remember. So remember, it's round. Now after you put. Hi Thomas. Hi Thomas. 恭喜發財. Now Thomas is actually my sponsor annually for my Cheongsam one. But this year I put on a lot of weight. I feel paiseh to ask him sponsor me. I need to 減肥 first. Okay. Hi Serene from Beijing. Now, so when you put the salt water, right? Okay. Remember just now 75% when it's dense, right? Now I want you to find right 6 ancient coins. Right, 6 ancient coins. Now, you know the Chinese tongqin, right? You know the ancient coins with a hole at the center, right? I want you to find 6 ancient coins. Now, this is optional. If you can find it, by all means. Nowadays, you can buy it. It's not very expensive.
But Jessie, what if we put the shilling?
Now, if you
and we make a hole there.
Yeah, no, you don't have to make the hole.
Kidding.
If you don't have the I Ching or the ancient coin, just put your shilling into it. It's fine.
Like, but must be any size?
No. It's okay.
It's
like
okay.
20 cents, 50 cents, it's up to you. But when you put that ancient coin, right, I want you, thank you, Thomas, you're being very nice. Maintain it. No, I cannot. I have to shed some. All right, anyway, when you put the coins, okay, remember to put the yang side facing up. Now, those of you who are familiar with the ancient coins, right, the ancient coins got 2 sides, the head or the tail.
Yeah.
Okay, the yang side is actually the head. Now, it's easy to recognize. Once you look at the ancient coin, right, there's always this one side that have 4 Chinese character one. Either 你招財進寶, okay, or 金玉滿堂, okay, they have this 4 Chinese character surrounding the ancient coin. That is the yang side. Now place these 6, okay, ancient coins on top of your like very compact salt. Remember that 75%. Put on top of it in a circle. Now again.
6.
Yeah, 6 in a circle. Now this circle itself, it's also right a symbolic meaning to have a round figure. A circle represents metal, and whenever we enhance the metal, it is the best element to like mitigate the 5 yellow, which
Must
is
it be
earth
an
element.
original ancient coin, or it can
No,
be?
you don't need to. Please, if you have original ancient coin, please don't put it into your saltwater cure. You give me, I give you another 6. Okay, all right. Don't put your original collection of ancient coin onto your saltwater cure. Okay.
It doesn't mean that the most expensive, then you get the most.
Thank you for bringing that out. Okay, right. So you just put all those cheap plug one you can buy. Okay, just put it. Now it's only a symbolic. If you can't find it, never mind. Right, just skip this particular part. All right. So once you put in a round circle, now 6 symbolize 乾卦. 乾卦 is actually out of the 8 trigrams, okay? 八卦, in Chinese we have 八卦, right? So out of the 8 trigrams, 乾卦, it's also the metal element. So we want to have something to symbolize this. Now I know some of you will be thinking, symbolism, does it work? Trust me, it works, because at the end of the day, Feng Shui is not everything, right? The art of conscious living, I always say, 天時地利人和, heaven, earth and man is also very important, right? If you take care of the Feng Shui aspect, if you don't take care of our psychology aspect, our subconscious mind, okay, that part itself can also affect us to have like bad luck for the year.
But anyhow, people, they still need to work out. You know? Sometimes that's nothing comes from luck.
Okay. So remember, even symbolic, for me, if you're asking me, symbolic does matter, but it doesn't, you have to like, you know, also doing it like intelligently.
Also it can be.
All right, you have to like do it intelligently. You don't have to do it until paranoid lah. Okay. So now 6 itself represents Qian Gua. All right, and also sometimes people have these rods, the wind chime and all that. They put 6 rods. Okay, that is also representing of like Qian Gua. Now some of my Hong Kong sifu, right? Okay, can you actually take like can you take that particular thing over there on top of my saltwater cure? You see these 6 bars there, the plastic. Yeah, got 6 bars. Yeah, the big one and the small one also. Yeah, I can might as well show you. Some people, this is from Hong Kong. Some people actually use metal bars and frame it up to like 6 bars like this. Now this represents Qian Gua. It is also a very good 5 yellow cure. Okay, now you don't have to do all these things because this one needs investment. Use the salt first. Okay, you want to try Feng Shui, try with the cheapest way first. Okay, and you were asking me, put 6 rods like this, is this going to work? Now, if you want to see who are the big multi-international or international group of like people who are using this, those of you are familiar with Genting, go to Resort Hotel. I think it's called Resort Hotel. The one that used to have a Starbucks, okay, at their lobby one. I think now it's like closed for renovation for Starbucks. Now, if you go to Resort, those of you familiar with Resort Hotel, right? If you see at the lobby, they have this chairs. It wouldn't be, I would say it's chairs. It's like marble. It's actually made of marble, granite marble. They make into like 6 rows, black granite, 6 rows at their lobby area that resembles the Qian Gua. Now, if you go Genting, you have a lot of Feng Shui to see one. Okay, so in case so happen that some of you are in Genting now, and you want to see whether all these things really work or not, symbolic, does all this big group, okay, like a multi-millionaire and all this, do they actually use symbolic matters? Yes, they do. Okay,
so what else that we should do after that? We have a round vase, and then put the 75% of salt, and then with the water, with the 6.
Yeah, okay, so you put the 6 ancient coin, okay, running out of time, okay.
There's a lot of questions.
Yeah, okay, so it's like you put the 6 ancient coins around, then after that you top it up with water, top up to 90%, okay, and you leave it there for a year. Don't touch it. The water will evaporate, it will become drier. When it evaporates and become drier, you can slowly, gently add water throughout the year. Gently,
so they still have to check it out, and then they still need to add the water.
Yes, if you see that it's totally dry, then you slowly add water gently. Why? Because you do not want to activate your 5 yellow sector, which is in the north. So when you add water, also add it gently. Don't move the whole thing. Right now, I give you the date now. So if you are online, anyone can help you to repeat and type it out like Stephanie. That would be great. Now, put your saltwater cure on February 3rd. February 3rd, okay, all right, it's a Ping Yin day itself, okay. Put your saltwater cure on February 3rd onto your north 1 direction.
North 1 direction.
North 1 direction is just now 338 up to 352 degree.
Is there any specific time?
Okay, yes, okay. Do it February 3rd, 2018, early morning. It's a Saturday, early morning, 7:30.
Okay. No matter where you are, whether you are in Malaysia, you are in
follow
Australia,
your own time.
Follow
your own local time. It means 3rd of February, all right, 7:30 in the morning, you start doing it. You can end at 9, you can end at 10, up to you, but you start doing it at 7:30 in the morning. Many others just join from your private page. Can repeat some key technical info. Thank you. Okay, thank you for joining. All right, so I will share this whole video later on as well, because I really want to share the technical. I make it very brief, all right? Firstly, you have to get your glass jar, okay? The glass from IKEA, big ones, okay? Don't go for the small ones, because our house here in Malaysia, we are blessed enough with big houses. The small ones is not going to help. Now, you can use the small one in your room, because so happen that your room is in the north room. Example, now this year, my room is in the south room. So last year, what I mean is that Rooster year 2017, my room is in the south room. I put one small little cure in my room to mitigate the energy, okay? So for those of you, if you want to put in the room, you can actually have a smaller one, all right? But in your living room, you have to have the big one. All right. Now, I know the 3rd, you will need to attend my class. I know on the 3rd itself, early morning, 7:30, you set it up, and then after that, come to my event. My event starts at 10. Okay.
So it's going to be at 7:30
Yes, patient. Yep, correct. Thank you. 3rd of February, 7:30 a.m. North 1 sector. Now, if you want to know why this date, why that particular hour, why that sector, you have to come to my event because I'm going to share it. We have to be fair, right? Okay, people buy ticket to come to my event, okay? All right? Because
So
it's
Jessie,
like, there's a reason to it. Date selection is very, very powerful, okay? Right? That, yeah, CK, that is the only time, the best timing. Please use that timing,
Don't
okay?
miss
Do
it.
whatever it takes, okay? Of course, there is another timing for me to share on my talk. People who has missed it in the morning, they can also do it at night at the dog hour, okay? Right? Dog hour.
Dog
but
hour.
yeah, but don't use that timing. Use the morning one. Okay?
Can they like can they like have to put two in the house? Like let's say I put in the living room at the same time I
If
put
you
in
have
the
3
room.
story, 4 story like Grace and Anthony from KK, okay?
Okay.
Put it on every floor.
So it's
okay?
going to benefits to everyone. Right?
Yes, if it's in the bedroom, including that if your bedroom is at the north sector. If your bedroom is the north sector, also put in the north one. Correct, Mary? Put in the north one. Hey, okay. Seymour, ask someone to put for you at home. Okay. Drive to KL from Ipoh.
So Jessie, actually, does this student ask like, is that more crystal? Is it better? Like just now you have said, when you put the salt water, it will have some chemical is like coming out, right? Then it will form a certain of crystal, a salt crystal.
Yeah, okay, so when you actually put this cure itself, right, okay, now some of you might see that it will just stay there with the water and the salt, nothing much happen, just leave it there, okay? But let's say, you know, some of you might see that there are salt crystal growing, all right, from it at the side, because it just shows you there are reactions. Now, I just took down the salt water cure from my room. Now, it's a bit dirty here, okay? Okay, so this is the saltwater cure from my room. This is my bedroom because I sleep in the south room. So this is the example. It might not look like this, okay? Some of it might look very clean. Doesn't mean it looks more crystallized means it's better or whatsoever. When it looks like this means you know that they are actually what we call interactions going on.
Okay. Does it mean that the more crystal, it impact more?
Oh, no, not necessarily. Okay, doesn't mean that with like more crystals means the impact is more or your room is more dirty. Probably lah, my room is not that clean now, okay? Alright? Especially now my maid is not around. Okay, so it's like, you know, like doesn't mean that more salt water, more crystallized salt is better, or doesn't mean when yours doesn't crystallize that this is not so good. Doesn't mean that. Okay? Alright, it will just differ. You have to put this back, it's like so heavy.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay. So it's like, just remember, you can use your iPhone compass to check the direction. Yes, you can.
Someone have checked that they have actually put last year. So do they need to dispose
those of you who have put last year, right, okay, you can dispose it off on the same day, all right? If not, you can dispose it off any time when you're doing your house spring cleaning. Now, if you need to know your house spring cleaning, what are the dates, please go to Ice Kacang Podcast, because Hui Yi and I have already shared about all the auspicious dates for spring cleaning and for which animal sign. Okay, so just go to Ice Kacang Podcast and just listen to the spring cleaning because I have limited time here. Okay, so discard the old one during the spring cleaning, or you can also discard on the very same morning. Okay, now you discard only after the 7:30 is for you to fix a new one. Okay, after you fix the new one, only you discard the old one because I don't want you to use the auspicious hour to discard the old one. Now, when you are discarding the old one, when you throw away, remember, now some of them will say that, all these jars itself cannot use anymore. Now, I don't buy that because they say, it's full of negative energy, you cannot use it, you have to bury it away, whatever.
Can it place it as souvenir?
No, I don't buy that. Okay? If you feel like you want to use it, don't waste it, recycle it by all means. Okay? Whatever interaction is in the air, the negative or a positive charge ion and all is in the air, it won't trap there in the salt. Okay? So there's really no harm recycling it, but I can tell you it will take a lot of work.
Yeah.
Because if it all will be stuck into your glass jar already, okay, it will take a lot of work for you to recycle. Now for me, I'm not really a very patient person. To me is I will just throw it away. But when you throw, please throw it with responsibility because it's glass, okay? Please recycle them. Now you can slowly pour out all the salt, but when you pour out all the salt, also remember, don't pour it into your longkang, your small drain or whatever, because that amount of salt is going to clog your drains, okay? And slowly your drain there will grow salt crystal. Okay, so when you throw it also, you have to be mindful. You slowly flush it away, all right? Or you pour out all the glass into a big rubbish bag. Okay, pour it out or into drain out all the water, pour out all the salt into a big rubbish bag, throw the salt away into a rubbish bin, and the whole glass container, please throw it into a recycle bin. okay, please don't just throw into rubbish bin because that is not very nice. Okay?
So now for the student who just joined, because just now there's still a lot of questions, like we can actually repeat that as long as you actually stand in the middle of your house and then you just put your compass and then you see at the north one, and then at the corner you just put the vase. Okay, it still depends on your house size.
Yeah,
because size does matter. Like let's say you have a 3,000, and just don't put a small one.
Yeah, just
slightly a bigger
go for
one.
the big one.
Yeah,
That's,
if you put in a room, you just can go for the small one, and then you just put the salt inside. 75%.
Salt 75%. Dense it up. Make sure it's
Yeah.
compact. Put your 6 coins yang side facing up. Remember, the yang side is the side where you have the 4 characters, the 4 Chinese characters. That's the yang side.
Yeah.
All right. That's facing up into a circle formation. That is also a symbolic meaning of the Qian Gua.
Yeah, must be a circle one.
Yeah, circle formation, symbolic meaning of a Qian Gua, that also activates the metal to mitigate the 5 yellow, which is earth. Okay.
Yeah, and then slowly
now,
pour
so
the
in
water.
case, slowly pour the water in and leave it there for a year. When it dries up, you can slowly add water, but do not activate your north sector throughout the year. Means don't like cho lolo, go and take out the salt glass, okay, and go and clean it because it's dirty and put it back. Throughout the year itself, please don't do that.
So
leave it there.
Jessie, even the place is like suddenly it dirty up. So can I just clean it up at the side?
You can clean
I
the
just
side,
don't
you
move
can
that?
sweep the side, it's fine. Just don't remove the thing and put it back, okay? All this is activation. Just make sure you don't do that because I don't want you to do any activation at the north sector throughout the year.
Melvin just asked the question, can they put it in the office?
Yes. Right, good questions. Okay, Melvin, thank you. You can put it in your office. You can put it like, business areas and all that. It's really up to you. I mean, if it's the office, if you have like clients coming in and all that, it will be good if you put it nicely. Okay, sometimes you can put it behind walls or behind cupboards or anything, slightly hidden so that people won't be like, sometimes if they ask you also, you take a very long time to explain. You see, for us also, we took about like 45 minutes to explain. We haven't not even finished yet.
Yeah.
So in order to just make sure, like, you don't have to explain so much, you just hide it a little bit. But remember, you cannot cover it, okay? You cannot cover the top.
So
you have to leave it open. Yeah, you have to leave it open. All right, and then another thing is, I know some of you here just join me now. You might miss all the front part. Now, you might need to rewatch the whole video later on because I really want to attend to the questions and whatever deemed important. Now, one more thing I want to share with you here because some of you here are my Feng Shui students as well and also my students. Now we are using water. Do you know that traditionally, right, there are people actually use like vinegar in substitute of water. Now, I do not recommend that because vinegar is very smelly. Okay. Now, but vinegar itself, let's say if you're in a factory, okay, if you're in a factory where smells itself doesn't really matter, all right, it is best to replace water with vinegar. Because vinegar, impact of vinegar with salt is much, much more powerful compared to just pure water. Right? If you want to try it, you can try it, but please don't do it at home because the vinegar smells. It is very, very difficult to tahan your home. Every time you walk in, it smells sour.
Does it create another like different chemistry?
Yeah, it does, and it heightens because vinegar itself is also a very cleansing element. Yeah, it's also a very cleansing element. Now, alternative dates, okay? No, I do not have alternative date. Okay, now I'm not, because to be honest, it's not easy to choose a date. It takes up a lot of time because the date itself, you have to really look at the Shen Gong Dao Gua, you have to look into the normal date selection and look at the stars, the 12, okay? All these, even the yellow bell and all these things, it takes a lot of time for me to choose a date. So really, the same thing I want to tell you, if you can use that date, by all means, and that timing, okay? Now, the date itself is fixed February 3rd. If you can't use February 3rd morning, 7:30, you can use at night, which I will share with you during my live event. Okay, my live event in Bentley, I will share with you the alternative timing on the night itself. Probably during that sharing session, we can go live lah, in case those of you want to have an alternative time at night. But alternative date, they might be, but I don't have the time to really choose the date and share with you. If you can use that date, please use it. If you really can't, never mind one. Remember, all these years you have been living without a saltwater cure, and you're still kicking and alive. So don't make it so paranoid as in like this year suddenly this Jessie and Hui Yi go on Facebook Live, talk about it, and suddenly you think that, oh, I must get this saltwater cure. There's no such thing. If you can use it, try it out. If not, then just forget about it.
Yeah.
Life still goes on.
Yeah.
All right?
Okay,
So, any more questions,
student, remember, please don't use the plastic one and then just use for the glass one.
Yeah.
You can get it from IKEA, right?
Yeah, you can get it from IKEA, and other than that, okay, I mean, outside, if you can find it cheaper, then just go for the cheaper ones lah. Okay, for me, it's like, I just want to share one thing, as in like Feng Shui, like, remedies does not need to be expensive, that's all. Okay, and then what else I want to talk about? It's like, for this, did I miss out anything? Did I miss out any questions? Oh, just now, someone, I think Richard, who was asking me, okay, someone was asking me about Himalayan rock salt. I have that at home also.
Yeah,
okay.
you just explained that.
Okay.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, what he means is the lamp.
Oh, okay.
Now, the lamp itself, right? Yeah, you will see, okay, the lamp itself, you will also have that, believed to have that negative ion. It's supposed to be good, all right, for the area itself. But the lamp itself, right, okay, it doesn't really have the interactions as much as the salt and water. Because the salt and water, it actually, how to say, it boosts up that chemical reaction between the salt and the water itself. So this will be a much better cure. Okay, and especially for this year, because north itself is memang favorable to put water. It's okay for you to have water at the north. Okay, so you can actually put this at the north. Even last year itself, we put it at the south. I know a lot of people has been skeptical, like, are you sure you put the salt water, okay, at south itself?
Oh, that's one very good question. What if I move office or my house in the middle of the year?
Now, if you move office or move house, then you just move, and then the new house itself, you don't have to put anything. Okay, you just leave it and
so
just
you don't need
discard
to
this. You don't put anything. Yeah, because if you want to put, if you move to a new house, please don't go and simply put on any day, right, a salt water cure into your new house into the north sector, because date selection plays a very, very important part. Okay, from this particular cure. So it's not any other day that you can just put it there. Okay, so if you move house or move office, then forget about the salt water cure. Wait until next year. I will share with you the dates again. Hopefully. Right.
One of the students asked that does it clashing with the animal sign?
Yeah, now clashing with the animal sign is fine because it's a tiger day. Okay, it's supposed to clash with monkey, but the thing is, if you do it gently and all that, it is fine. You see, normally clashing with animal sign on a specific date means that on that date, if you do any endeavor, it won't benefit you that much. Now, that provided if you sign a contract, if you propose an idea or a business idea on that particular day, anything instant that on that day you will see the result. But this saltwater cure is a long-term thing. You just put it on that day that is supposed to, like, you know, activate the whole area and mitigate the energy of that area for the whole year itself. So even though if the day is clashing you, it doesn't really matter. But the only thing is you have to do it with like careful lah. Okay, you just have to be very careful. Hi Stephen. You just have hi Kim. Okay. Hi Kim Tan from KK is also watching. So it's like you just have to make sure, okay, when you do it itself and handling all these like vase and jar, because it's glass, right? You might break it and you might cut yourself because it's clash ma. As long as you're careful, no problem. Okay, now in case you're skeptical, you're paranoid about it, if you are like, you know, is that tiger is clashing with monkey, those of you born in the monkey, don't do it yourself, lor. Ask someone else do it. Okay, just ask someone else to do it. All right, if you have no choice, that do it yourself, but do it carefully. It shouldn't be a problem. All right.
But how long we will see the impact? Is there any durations?
No, I mean for it, you just leave it there, right? Throughout, as I said, you will feel that in a way that the energy in that area itself will become clearer and become better. Now, basically, this is not a wealth activation, you know. This is an activation to help you mitigate all the sachi. It's just that just in case you might have like trigger north area. Some of you like it's a house like facing north or sitting north. That means that the house itself, right, the chances is the 5 yellow is aggressive. So you just put it there in order to like piece it out. That's all. Now someone asked me, Suwana asked me just now, it's like tap water or filter water. I mean, if you have the budget, they actually say filter water is better. But if not, tap water will do. We just need water because any water will give the reaction. Please don't put in your Perrier water. Okay, no need. Okay, you don't have to use all this like no Swiss Alps water.
Yeah, someone is asking,
do
they need to add the salt in the middle? They just need to add the water.
No. The water, you don't have to add salt, please. Right, in the middle of the year, don't have to add salt, okay? Just top up the water. That's why in the first round, you have to make sure that the salt, when you put in, it needs to be really dense and compact. Okay, because if not, if it's not really dense and compact, once you put water, it will sink down. Now, once it sinks down, it's still okay. You just pour more salt inside. Just pour more salt inside up to at least the salt will reach at least 75 to 80% is fine. Okay, so your salt to the rim, okay, it's only like maybe this much. And then you put water and leave the rest of it. Okay, hello, Jessie, how much water does it need? Fill up to what level? Now, the water fill up to 90% of the vase, only leave 10% out. I know some of you just joined now, okay? You miss out a lot of info. Remember later, I'm going to share this video. You have to go through the whole video again. Now, if possible, it will be good. If you think that it will benefit other people, please do share it out for me as well. Okay, all right, just share it out so that people will do and listen to it. Okay, you look into the comments, people actually write down. All right, some of my students and my consultants, thankfully, all right, they actually help me to write down all the key, like the date, the time, and also the directions with the degree.
Someone
so
have
can refer
asked
to
that if they use the vinegar, do they need to change?
No, you don't change the vinegar as well. All right, okay, because salt water and vinegar and all these things, remember, don't worry because it's not going to have mosquitoes on it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, yeah, it won't have mosquitoes on it because this one, everything also die. Okay, all right, so that's why it is so strong and powerful. If you use vinegar, you don't have to change the vinegar, but you need to top up because when it dries out, you do need to top up.
Yeah,
okay,
back to the Vincent
Lucky
questions.
Meal, your cat. Okay, so your cat from Ipoh. Luckily, you tell me because I cannot see your nickname. Long time no see. Yeah.
Okay, just now Vincent have asked how much water does it need filled up to what
Yeah,
level?
I've just mentioned that,
Just
up to 90%.
90%.
Yeah, 90%. Oh, I remember one question. Someone asked me, Chan SY, something like that, say that, oh, supposedly these water cure are not suitable to put in the bedroom. Now, let me answer that. I know a lot of practitioners says that bedroom don't put water. Hi, Nick. Thank you. Right, thanks for tuning in, Nick. Okay, that's all the way down south from Australia. Okay. All right, so remember, okay, now some people say that this water cure are not supposed to put inside your bedroom itself, okay? Now, the thing is, always remember, when you put, like just now when I show you my salt water cure, it's about this big. When you put up the salt up to 75%, your water the most is only like 1 mug water or 1.5 mug water. You can't put more than that, okay? And this 1 mug of water, I mean, every night, okay, in my room next to my bed also, I have at least 1 big mug of water for drinking. Okay, so it's really not an issue for you to put that in your bedroom. Now, if you put a big aquarium in your bedroom, that is a problem. Okay, all right, because water is supposed to be yang, especially aquarium. But for all this small little cure, it doesn't really matter. It is safe to put it. At least I put for the past year, and I'm still safe here. More prosperous, someone said. Yes, Thomas can see I'm more prosperous. Yeah,
well,
because
yeah.
of the time factor. Yeah. All right, I know some of you, Sam, you
time.
just joined me. Jennifer, you just joined me. Okay, I really hope that I can share more with you. I will fix another date to do a Cantonese version. All right, I will share it before. Okay, I actually do it. I will share with you the date first. Like those of you who you are more comfortable with Cantonese, please stay tuned. I really need to go because we still have another recording at 9 o'clock for the Ice Kacang podcast. Again, as mentioned, if you want to listen to the good dates or the auspicious dates for house spring cleaning, all right, before the Chinese New Year, you can tune in to the Ice Kacang podcast. Hui and I have already shared those dates, okay? Yeah. And of course, remember, those of you who have not gotten the tickets to my talk, I have a talk February 3rd and 4th. Now, this is a selling part. Slowly, I see people logging off already, okay? All right? Remember, on February 3rd and 4th, oops, I think it's... just press. Oh, sorry. Technical issues. All right, on February 3rd and 4th itself, I do have a talk here in KL, Wisma Bentley Music School, Mutiara Daman Sarasai. On the 3rd itself, it will be an English session. And on the 4th, it will be a Cantonese session. All right, so those of you who have not gotten the ticket, please do come and join me on those dates itself. Really looking forward to see you. But of course, our door gifts are limited. Please do come early, straight after you put your saltwater cure. All right, anything else? Oh yes, please follow and like this page. I suppose all of you have followed and liked this. I will try to do more Facebook Live from time to time. Thank you so much for your time. I really got to go. If you have any more questions, please continue to comment because I will set another Cantonese session. Hui and I will then answer your questions from there. All right? Thank you so much. Thank you, Brian, for behind the scene help all this while before this actual thing's going on.
Yeah,
thank you everyone here with me who is helping me with this thing because honestly, I'm totally very bad with technical stuff, okay? All right, so hi, Chuke, you're from KK, right? Tune in to my Cantonese one. Thank you so much. Have a great night ahead. We have to go off because we have another recording. Thank you, Mitra. Thank you, Sasa. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thanks, Michelle.